This is aka The Coot with my first impressions video on Firefall, the new open beta that just released from Red 5 Studios. Overall, not a terrible beta. I had a lot more issues with Diablo 3 and things of that nature, but had some troubles getting things going, and obviously the server wasn't as powerful as it could have been at the time. Just open beta stuff. Same thing that happens with every game apparently. Starting off this video right here, you can see that I'm the heavy gunner class, which is strange because I didn't pick that. And you hop off a ship after the end of the tutorial, which is when this video picks up, and I was actually the assault class, and it just kind of threw me into this, which was strange, but it reverts back after I log off and log back in after a little glitch in the game, but to be expected with an open beta. It's just like every other MMO that I've played before. You kind of feel a little overwhelmed when you first start it, but nothing that's not completely unhandleable. Few log out, few logins, follow the tutorial type thing. Nothing too out of the norm. Found that this game is mostly about going from checkpoint to checkpoint, unlocking more of the area. This video only really shows through the tutorial, outside of the character creation, to the point where they let you roam around a little bit. I think I discovered 2 areas towards the end.
Hello, boss. I see that you have earned
This is
some
me
local vouchers
trying to
for
figure
making
out
to the
why I'm
sim.
a heavy
These
weapons
vouchers
guy
are
and not
used to
a
purchase new
assault class like I
items, which are
wanted.
used to upgrade your battle frames. You don't have enough vouchers yet, but I know how you can earn
Really
more.
like the jet
Open up your
pack
head.
in this game. It's really responsive
I've
and
sent her to
have a
net
good time with that,
nearby
just
our
flowing
underneath.
around. There's not any
Set the
areas you can't
waypoint
really
by
get to.
left-clicking on the location, and then left-clicking again on set waypoint. Great work. Now take care of those bags.
The combat in this game is actually a lot of fun. It was less fun actually with the assault class, but I ended up having to switch back to that, like I said, when I logged out and logged back in, but for the time being I got to use this guy. And he's a lot of fun just lighting stuff up.
By pressing the F key, or you can just go in with guns blazing. Marking enemies on scene add them to the network, allowing others in the world to know about them and potentially join you. Good work. Now let's clean these things out of here.
Probably wait a few days and then get back on this when it's a little less crowded. Try to check out some of the missions and things of that nature. But just visually the game looks real good. Bad guys, I haven't seen a whole lot of variety on that just because I only played probably for about an hour.
Nicely done, boss. You now have enough vouchers to purchase a new secondary weapon. To claim your new weapon, you have to pick it up. I've marked the Copacabana
I never
voucher
felt in this game
representative
that
on the
any
scene.
distance that I was traveling was too far, which is always nice in an MMO. Obviously I haven't gone too far and things, so
Follow the sim trail to the voucher
can't really
representative
tell
in
if that's going to be the
Copacabana.
case throughout the game, but for the most part, I don't ever feel like I was just walking for no reason. That's another thing I like. You can jetpack onto any spot in the game. That doesn't feel like they're trying to restrict you. Of course, I get caught right there, but that's to be expected.
Anything catch your eye?
Had a lot of troubles with this
Here
chick
you
right
can see
here,
all the items that
getting
this
things
vendor has for
open. The
sale,
menus,
as well as their
I think
cost.
they all sync to a
This
server,
window
so
also shows
it takes
you
a little
how
bit for
many
you to get
vouchers
in the
you have to
menu
spend.
and then out of
As
the
you
menu.
earn more
You see this
vouchers,
right
you can
here, I
come back
get a
and
little
redeem them
antsy,
for
start
items to
wiggling
upgrade your
mouses
battle
around and
frames
stuff,
with.
doing what normal people do,
Redeem
but
those
there's nothing
vouchers
worse
for
than
that
staring at a
secondary
loading screen when
weapon.
you just want to buy something or check out your inventory. One pops up, then the other one kind of just sits there. Even buying thing takes a little time to sync up. I figure what would complement a chain gun better than a grenade launcher. And this is the first example where I'm just kind of like, what's going on? Sit there for a little bit. This eventually works and then ends up not working, and that's when I log out and come back on as the assault class like I started. At this point I'm confused because it says purchase a secondary weapon, and as you can see I have the secondary weapon. Clicking the secondary weapon. But a lot of this can probably just be attributed to the fact that it's an open beta. It was in its first day, so. The reason I'm leaving this in is because it's a good example of what to expect when you're in an open beta right away. There's probably like a good 2 or 3 minute period here where it's just kind of a mess, but nothing that can't be avoided in the future, and I'm sure they'll learn from it. But it's pretty obvious my confusion here. Sound in this game is really great too. Like in the background the whole time you can hear people popping off and shooting. The community isn't bad. I haven't really been reading a lot of the chat, but it seems like everybody's friendly and helping each other out, which is a huge difference from something like League of Legends where nobody has anything good to say ever. Little ADHD kicking in there. I'm like, what do these things do? Drop supplies. It's way better than assault. I think with all the experience that I have with computers, I probably would have logged out and tried again. Instead, I checked the map button. That's what experts do, right?
Hey, you looking for a deal?
Check the store, get frustrated with the store, check the store, get frustrated with the store, try and sell stuff. I'm glad it glitched. Gave it back. It's like, nope, you don't get to sell that. And, like I said, I logged back on, and all of a sudden, poof, I'm assault again. Just caught me a little off guard. I logged back out, logged back in, was like, sure I'm not a heavy gunner, because it doesn't seem like it was that bad. It's a good example of the loadout screens with the upgrades you can buy. Once again, a lot of syncing with the server. I had already done this once, so it looks a little more smoothly than it definitely was the first time, which was
Well
a
done,
complete
boss.
disaster
This
trying to figure
battlefront
out
can
what they
now
wanted.
accept secondary weapon
Yes.
upgrades. Select it again to see
I'm
what
apparently
upgrades you currently
capable
have
of
in your
listening
inventory
to
that you
what
can
people in
upgrade
the top
with.
right have to say about things. Just click and go.
Being able to shoot is key to surviving out in the wild. Another important aspect is movement. Now that you have more firepower, let's upgrade your mobility by improving your jump jets. Skin hammers find the resources, and dumpers pull them out of the ground. Both are needed if you intend to gather larger quantities of resources.
Well, it
Fantastic!
seems a little tedious
Now that
right
you
now.
have
The
your
tutorial
skin
wasn't
hammer and
terrible.
dumper, let's put
At
them
the
to good
beginning, you kind of
use.
just run
It's
around
time to collect some
spaceship
resources.
type area,
But
and they
first,
teach
we
you
have to
to
find
have
them.
skills and
Open
stuff,
your map through
even
your
though they
scene
don't really
menu.
give you any when
If
you
you
start
don't
the game.
remember, you can access this menu by pressing the tilde key.
That stuff on the left, I have no idea what any of that stuff is. I'm sure people that were in the closed beta probably have a real good idea about what all that does. I imagine it's just some sort of meter that shows you the upgrades you have. But in the time that I spent with it was, like I said, about an hour and a half, 2 hours. There just
Your
wasn't
map
any
is
use for it
capable
that I
of
could
showing
see.
you what resources are available in a particular area. Press the tab key to show what resources are available and where. This is helpful when looking for a particular resource for crafting needs. I think it's time we break in your new dumper, boss. Close the map and I'll tell you how to use your scan hammer.
I kind of like the whole
Before you
resource
call
thing
down a
they have going
dumper,
on
you
there.
will first want to know
You'll
what
see
it
here
is
you
you're
go out with
collecting.
a hammer, you
This
kinda
is
hit
where
the
your
ground,
scan
it
hammer
starts
comes
to
into
stuff,
play.
and then you can
Equip
lay
your
down
scan hammer
your
by
thumper,
opening
which
your
is that
cooldown
thing
menu.
in front of you right
Do
there.
this by accessing the scene menu and select
The
the
only thing I
cooldown
didn't like
option.
was, in
Use
this
your
area,
mouse
it
wheel
seems
to
like the
scroll
most
down
common
to
area where
resource
people go for the
gathering.
tutorial
Then left
to
click
use
to
their
open the
thumper.
menu. Now
I
scroll down
attempt
to
to
your scan
use my
hammer
thumper
and
where this
left
guy
click
used
it to
his,
select it
and
as your
instead
active
it makes me
cooldown.
wait for this guy to be done. And he decided to wait for the 100% capacity, which
You can use your scan
see,
hammer by activating your
takes a little
cooldown. Press the 5 key. Head out of Copacabana and try it for yourself. I'll message you when you have found the resource. Great job, boss. You found the resource. Now to call down your thumper. Open your cooldown menu and select your stock personal thumper from the resource gathering submenu. Great. Now activate the cooldown. Press the 5 key to request your
It's just
thumper.
as great, and then
See
it's
the blue
activated like it's
hologram?
the easiest thing
That
ever, and
shows
I
where
run
your
around here
thumper
like
will
an
land
idiot for a
once you
few minutes
confirm
trying to
the
figure out
cooldown.
why it won't go down.
Pick a location for your thumper to land, then left click to call it down. And don't stand under it when it lands.
All the while
Trust
having an
me.
awful menu in the background that just won't go away. It is cool though that even though somebody else put down their thumper and gathered resources, that I can do the same thing. At least they don't just completely kick you out of the mission and give you nothing for it while somebody else does theirs. I shoot the menu that's bugging me. That's how I roll.
Here it comes. I should warn you that thumpers make a lot of noise. Noise that will attract nearby creatures who will want to destroy it. Losing your thumper will destroy not just the thumper, but its payload as well, so you'll want to protect them.
Pretty cool animation.
You can
there.
send your
Taking
thumper
a
back
nice
at
shot
any
like
time
that.
you want by interacting with it. Keep in mind, the more full your thumper is, the more resources you will receive. Protect your thumper!
Yeah, your basic protect the thumper mission. Let your resources gather up. Figure since everybody got to see that already, I kind of just activated early to do that, so I figured why not.
Nice
So
work,
these guys
boss.
out there apparently
In the
that have
future,
turrets and
try
stuff,
to hold
so
out until the
class
thumper is
there,
more full before
not to
sending
worry,
it
I
back.
want to play different
You'll
things.
earn more resources that way. Good job, boss. In addition to the hull you've brought in, I've provided you with some extra resources that you can use to construct an upgrade to your jump jets. Let's go do that real quick. We're almost done, boss. Return to Copacabana and interact with the manufacturing terminal.
Another good example about how you can just get anywhere in this game without a problem, which is pretty cool.
Okay, boss. Let's construct
This
some
place
jump
gave me
jets.
the most trouble.
You can find them under the
Spent
shared
a good
equipment
while
section
here trying to
of
figure
Battle
out
Frame
what they wanted me
equipment.
to do to craft
When you
things.
select an item to construct,
Couldn't
you will
find
see one of
the
3 color-coded circles.
The actual recipe they
Green
wanted me to
represents
make, which was a
components that
little
you have
weird.
slotted.
I eventually figured
Blue
out that
represents optional
just typing it in up
components.
top
Red
finds a bunch of
represents
things
components
that
that you
aren't
either do
completely
not have
obvious.
slotted